Joe Sanders. I'm the marketing manager for Meatheads, Burgers and Fries. I'm a native Chicagoan. Grew up in Glen Ellen, went to Glenmar South High School, Western Illinois University, College of DuPage, Benedictine University. Worked around restaurants for about 15 years, and been some corporate, some independent restaurants, and been with Meatheads about a year and a half, and I sort of manage all the marketing efforts for the company.
For Meatheads to use social media as part of their strategy?
Yeah, I
know
think
you weren't
so.
here right
I wasn't here from the beginning, but you know, the company starting in 2007, I think it has to be. Some companies will look at social media as a necessary evil. And there might be a small portion of that in everybody's Facebook and Twitter page that if we're not on here, you know, like our competitors are, somebody's going to go somewhere. But I think what you got to do, so yes, I think it is part of the plan. I think social media adds to your marketing efforts in that it really allows you to have a daily conversation with your customers, which for us is really important because we're a family restaurant who focuses on building our brand one customer at a time. I know it's a cliche. We're serious about that. We really focus on one customer at a time. That's why we say the most important thing we can do is take care of the guests. We would never do anything at Meatheads that would impede our ability to do it. Like our 5th anniversary that we did, our promotion, we had to take that very, very seriously, and that we're going to be very, very busy on that day. We have to give the same amount of service and the same quality to that guest, or it's all for nothing. We're not one of these places that's just like, oh, we'll just come in and you'll like the food and you'll come back. We probably will. We're serving really good food. We want you to have the full Meatheads experience. So going to the social media aspect of that, we feel like we can really leverage our brand on social media to engage our customers more frequently on a day, have that conversation with them, but do it in a very real, organic way, just like we would do in the restaurant, where we're not being, you know, we're not trying to be this, you know, we're a pretty big company now, but as we continue to grow, we grow bigger, we want to act smaller as we continue to grow. And I think Facebook and Twitter really help you do that, because you can really just sit there and talk to people all day. It's ever-changing. I am a young guy.
You grew up with social media?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah?
Not as young as you might think. But I appreciate it.
Okay.
But yeah.
But back then,
yeah.
What did you like about social media? What you know?
I think social media when it first came out was like a fun way to be narcissistic, because you got to have your Facebook page and everybody got to see what you like. Oh, this is what I like. I think that's what everybody did with like MySpace. That's what MySpace was designed to. It wasn't really designed to communicate all that well back and forth. It was designed to be like, oh, my favorite band is this. I think Facebook really took it and said, great, you can be narcissistic, but how about you communicate too? And I think that opened up the wave. And then Twitter even got even further and said, look, forget about what you like, just communicate. You know, it's kind of the evolution of that. So I think that, you know, starting out in social media, it was really just like, hey, we're hip and cool, we're on social media, we're here. And now everybody's on it. So now you have to sort of define what that means to you, what social media means to you, how you're going to use it. But I think back in the day, it was really more just like, oh, I'm cool, I'm on there, and this is what we like, and this is what we like.
So what's your favorite social media platform? You personally? And then the next part of that is
I'll be honest with you, I don't really use social media in my personal life. I'm serious. Maybe it's because I do in my work.
Right.
I really don't. I really don't have much desire to do it so personally. I think I have a LinkedIn page, as you saw, but I really don't have any of those other outlets. For Meatheads, we use Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. Facebook we use a lot because, well, let me talk about that. So you're going to ask me this too, but I'll just answer that. Our approach to social media, which is probably your next question. Our approach to social media, well, help me explain this. Our approach to social media is inherently about 80% of what Meatheads is all about, and about 20% about what Meatheads is. So what is Meatheads? We're a restaurant with burger and fries, and chicken and milkshakes, hot dogs. That's about 20% of what we do on social media. 80% of what we do on social media is what we're about, which is families, music, community, cool family restaurant, you know, stuff like that. So if you go on our Facebook page, and I'm assuming that you guys probably have, you're not going to see a ton of stuff of us saying like, hey, you know, here's the here's a great looking Meatheads burger. Here's a great, we do it from time to time. What we really do is we say, here's a cool picture of some kids from a local school that's doing this. Or here's a, here's our Meatheads question of the day, which has something to do with something fun that maybe families are involved with. Because we really don't, because I think if you really just continue to push what you want, it just gets old and it gets boring. So we always try to keep it fresh and let people embrace it in terms of what we really are as opposed to what we're about as opposed to what we really truly are. If that makes sense. So Facebook, I would say, probably is our favorite because it allows us to really use visual pictures and things and respond to in an environment that I think a lot of people see. Whereas Twitter, you can ask a question and you can do something on Twitter, but it's more like what one person is doing as opposed to what the whole community is doing. So I'd say that's my favorite, and I'd say Pinterest is cool because it's all visual and it's very little dialogue, which is cool. I think you can communicate a lot visually.